Okay, so I do our one-way slides. I've already did the coils. So a lot of people have their own jigs. I have a jig to make my coil, but I'll show you how to do all the bends to complete the slide once you get the coils done. So what you're gonna need is kind of a smaller vice grip, a larger vice grip, and these needle nose pliers. They're rounded. They're not a flat needle nose, they're a round needle nose. So you're gonna wanna get something like this, okay? I use either 2/0 or 3/0 barrel swivel and lead, you know, half ounce, quarter ounce, 1 ounce, whatever you want to put. Okay, and then I put some barrel sleeves. You don't have to, but some people do. It's like these type of sleeves. They look like this. Okay, so I'll show you how it's done. So here's so there's one section that's longer than the other, as you can see. There's the coils, there's a short section and a long section. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our large grip. Okay, we're gonna bend it up. Okay, like so. Okay, now this short tag end, just take your needle nose on the short tag end and you're going to bend it up towards the coil like that. You can see that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put our barrel sleeve on, slide it down. You got the barrel sleeve in there. Now you're gonna flip the other one over like that. Let's get it in there, hold on. Okay. Okay. I like these barrel sleeves because the coils on the slide can still compress, but it helps retain the form of it. So when you catch like ulua after ulua after ulua after ulua, you can keep reusing them as long as you don't, it doesn't break off or you don't bankrupt. But it kind of helps keep the form of this over time, so you can keep reusing it. I mean, I have slides where I've caught like, I don't know how many uluas on them, and they get a little bent and twisted, but the coils kind of hold their form. It still compresses if it needs to, but the spacing stays about the same. Okay, and then by the way, I'm using number 27 wire. I think you can use from 26 all the way up to 28. If you're super hardcore and you want some knuckle busters, you can go with like 29, but I think 27 is fine. I've caught large uluas with this size wire and no problems, including monster sharks. Okay, so we got our barrel in there. Okay, you can kind of see how it's bent up and over. And now we're gonna wrap this. Okay, so now you're gonna so you're gonna kind of just press it down to make it flatter. So it's a little flatter now, a little bit more vertical. Okay, and then we're gonna start wrapping it. So you take your smaller vice grip, put it in the coils, grab the last coil there, and you're gonna start wrapping it. I call these the barrel wraps. Okay. You want to try and make them nice and tight, but you know what? To be honest, the fish don't care. So if there's a little bit of space or something in there, or if it's, it's no big deal. But there's our barrel wrap. Okay, and we're gonna break this tag end off. You do that by basically pulling the tag end. I guess that would be perpendicular to the main line, to the barrel. So you're gonna grab it, and then 1 or 2 pulls, it should come out. It comes, hold on, let me grab it good. You gotta grab it good. Sometimes you gotta kind of wiggle it. There you go, broke right off. You got a clean break off right there, so there's no burring on your line. Okay, now we've got our Okay, we got our sleeve barrel wrap. We're gonna put the lead. And what I like to do is, after I'm done, I like to put some reflective tape, a strip of about a 1/2 inch strip of reflective tape going all the way around the lead. So when you're sliding at night, you can make sure your slide went down so you can see the slide. Okay, so we got our lead on there. Now we're gonna do our eye. Okay, so you're gonna wanna go. You're gonna wanna keep the slide upright when you do this bend. Okay, I go about maybe 3 inches from the wrap. Okay, with the slide upright, you're gonna bend down with your pliers. Okay, and then you're gonna come back up and over, holding that position. Okay. Okay, and then you got kind of a semi-loop, and then we're gonna come back like that, and that'll kind of help bring it back. That's why you really need these round nose, and then you've got your, see how it's perfectly lined up, nice, and everything is, I guess, going the same direction as opposed to having this the other way. Okay, now you're gonna take your swivel. I think this is a 3/0, but you can also use a 2/0. Okay, and you're gonna want to just slip it right on there. Okay, and then just kind of push it up with your thumb. It'll pop right in. Okay, now we got our swivel, and then we're gonna do the barrel wraps on this last eye. So take your big vice grip, and you're gonna hold that eye with the swivel nice and flat, and then you're gonna wrap. Once again, if your barrel wraps don't look pretty, it's no big deal. Fish don't care, just as long as it's nice and snug on there. If you got a little bit of space, if they're not totally flush, nobody cares. You can do about 3, 4, whatever you want. It doesn't have to be a lot. Okay, and then there's our barrel wrap. Okay, and I'm gonna break the tag end off. Once again, you just hold the barrel wrap, and then you're gonna pull the tag end up or down perpendicular. Okay, sometimes it takes 1 or 2 wiggles. There we go, it's broken off. Okay, and then we got our barrel for the swivel, and then I do a little bend. This is how I like my slides, but it's preference, but I prefer my weight higher up. So I do the bend maybe around here, about halfway. And so okay, and then the lead can kind of shift, which I think it helps to get that slide down shallow water, how the lead slides. Okay, so like I said, I like to put a little reflective strip right here to help see the slide go down at night. See? So there you go. That's how I do a one-way slides. They sell, a lot of people sell different jigs. There's homemade jigs, there's custom jigs to make your coils. Once you have your coil made, it's fairly simple to make the rest, and you save money. And the reason why I do these is because I'm very particular about how I like it. This is the way I like it. There are other slides out there. If this gap over here underneath the coil, if this is too big, so some of the coils are a little taller and you got a big gap here, or maybe it's a little long, the stop ring can actually slide through the coil, and under pressure when a fish is fighting can actually unwind and pop right out. So the reason why I make my slides is because I like that tight gap, and I have yet to see many slides in the stores where they have a small gap like this. I like that gap tight, so there's no way the stop ring can feed through that, and I'll show that in a video right after this. Okay,